A topic that I bring up with audiences that I don't address in any depth in the book is the idea of a school developing a mantra or a motto or a brand about digital citizenship. So the idea here is we don't tend to remember mission statements. As Guy Kawasaki says, he can walk into any organization, ask people what their mission statement is, and nobody knows. Why? Because they're too long. So the idea here is we want to develop a motto or a brand or a mantra about digital citizenship because we can do that in a sentence and everybody will know what it is and everyone's on the same page. So a teacher can look over the shoulder of a student and say, I need to talk to you about that because I don't think that is whatever the mantra is. They can talk to parents about it. Everybody knows it. It's easy to capture and to understand and to use as the basis of a conversation. So I do this with groups, that is, I help them develop these, and here's what I've found. Most people start here. Let's use the internet safely, respectfully, and responsibly. So that's the mantra, and that's typically where groups sort of head to begin with. And then there are those who want to accent being honest and fair. So you replace some of the original statement or you add that to. Another interesting word that comes up is protective. So the idea that we want students to protect themselves and protect their friends. To be able to look at their friends and say what you're doing there is not safe or smart. And there are typically people who want students to begin to navigate the gray area of life with the word appropriate as young as possible, because the bottom line is that's the word we all need to use. It's very contextual, it's very sort of mushy and gray, and yet we can't imagine life without it. So maybe it's a good idea just to get them to start using it so we can have conversations with them about it. There are always the pragmatists who say, look, it's this simple. If you can't publish what you're doing, then you shouldn't be doing it. And another way to put that is simply, does it add positively or negatively to your digital footprint? What's the impact on your digital footprint? And then there are those who would like to come up with an acronym. And I was working with one group who was working with Joseph Sin's THINK acronym. And you'll see for H, helpful, hurtful. They couldn't remember at the time. I didn't have the reference at the time. I didn't really care because what I really wanted them to do was wrestle with it and come up with something that was uniquely theirs anyway. So that's the idea behind a mantra. It's simple, it's universal, everybody knows it, everyone can use it.